Hey there, boys and girls, and welcome to episode 98 of Sonic Boom TV. This one's going to be a little long because I have a lot of stuff to show. I've been out of commission for a few days. I hurt my knee. I banged it on a drawer at work, and then I banged it on my car door. And about a week later, decided it was going to really hurt, and I ended up going to the urgent care and all this other good stuff, trying to figure out what was wrong with it. And apparently there was nothing wrong with it except it hurt really bad. And I was walking on a cane, with a cane for like 2 or 3 days. But anyway, I'm better now, mostly. It just hurts a little bit. And anyway, I had picked up some CDs and some records, and there was some records that I forgot to talk about in one of my previous videos. So not a whole lot of records, but I just wanted to get all this talked about and put away. So anyway, let's start. I don't know exactly where I got everything, but I'll just say whatever I think I got it at. So there's a thrift store called Red, White, and Blue, and I picked up this Leon Russell, just self-titled album. It was $1.99. It's in real good shape. The record looks nice. The cover is kind of banged up a little bit, but that's to be expected at that store. But I think this is worth like $10-20, something like that. So that was a good find. I don't know anything about Leon Russell, to be honest with you. I kind of vaguely know the name, but I picked it up because it just looked interesting to me, so I picked it up. The other thing I had gotten a few weeks ago for $1. This one came from the Bridge House store for sure. It's the Dukes of Dixieland. The record looks real good. The cover's not so good. I couldn't find this particular one on Discogs, but I picked it up because of the way they dressed. I just wanted to make a Facebook post that said, "I'm going to tell my kids that this is the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones." So I thought that was kind of funny, and picked that up. I don't know what this is. Probably like Dixieland music, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Then, a couple of weeks ago, these all came from the Salvation Army store. I was in the store, and they had gotten a few new records, but not much. But I saw this, and this is in great condition. I just like the cover of it. It's Ein Heidelbein, I guess. It says A Hero's Life, Tone Poem Opus 40. Leopold Ludwig conducting the London Symphony Orchestra. It's Richard Strauss. And it was a special value, $1.99 for whenever they had it. This one is in great condition. The record is like new. The cover is in real good condition. It's got a little rollover on the side. I don't know if you guys can see that. But that's another one that's worth like $15-20, and I didn't know what it was. I still haven't listened to it. I mean, it's going to be classical music, I guess. But the other thing they had there was they had some rap stuff and I'm not into rap music, but they had a lot of rap like singles and stuff like that, and I didn't know who anybody was, so I sat there and I kind of looked them up to, because I wasn't gonna buy them if they weren't worth anything, or at least I didn't know if I knew them. I grabbed it, but otherwise no. And I didn't grab too many. I grabbed I think 2 or 3. But we got C Murder. Oh, C Murder. I think he's actually in jail for murder or something. But this one is Forever True. There's like 4 different versions on that side, and on this side it's Down for My Ends. I guess we can figure out what that means. And there's 3 versions of it on that. This one's not worth anything, but I just picked it up because I know he was a popular New Orleans rapper. These are probably a DJ's records at some point or something. I don't know. Then there's another one. I'm not even going to say the name of it because this is a family channel, but I am going to show you up close and you can read it yourself. See what that says? And it gets worse on the other side. That's nasty, y'all. I shouldn't be listening to that kind of stuff. I haven't listened to it yet, but I will. It's nasty, y'all. But anyway, so the next one was a song that I remember from when I was a kid that I really kind of liked, and it was by the Pointer Sisters, the single for "Automatic." I remember watching them. There was like this little. This is in the special remix or whatever it says. Yeah, special remix version on that side. There was a video show that came on at like 3:00 every day when I was a kid, and I was probably, I guess it was the late 80s. No, maybe mid 80s sometime. There was a little show, and that song, the video for that used to come on. I remember. And then there was the other one that said it was a Dusty Groove bargain bin find out at the place, and it's Nat King Cole, but I didn't realize it was record 2 side 1 and side 2. Well, record 2 side 1 and 2 is part of a collection that they didn't have the rest of the collection, but it was in good shape, so I figured it didn't have a cover, but I figured I'd grab it because I do have a little Nat King Cole collection going on, but I need the other discs, or records, so it doesn't matter. And then the last thing I found just a couple days ago, a little box set, The Crucible. It's a play. This is from like 1961, I believe. It says Pulitzer Prize 1962, but the copyright says 61, and the Discog says 61. The cover is kind of banged up a bit on the edges, that kind of stuff. But open the box, it's still got the paper in it. Unfold all that. Still got the little booklet that came with it, with the not the lyrics, it's the words to the play, but the whole thing is there, and the records themselves, there's nothing interesting to see there. The records themselves are brand new. Like I don't think this has ever been played. If it's been played one or 2 times probably, but the vinyl it's like brand new. It's shiny like it's brand new. So I had to read that in college, and it's about the Salem witch trial. So I'm gonna check that out sometime in the near future, and that is also worth between $10 and $20 for $1. So I had a couple good finds, as far as value goes. I'm not selling any of this stuff, but as far as getting my money's worth for records at the bargain bin, I feel like I did. So the next we have a bunch of CDs that I had picked up in different places, thrift stores. One was the Bridge House, one was the Red, White, and Blue. I got some from the little pawn shop, a couple different places, and had one mistake in the thing. I'm going to start off with that mistake so I don't have to go through this whole thing. Had a couple of them that were sealed, and that's where the mistake came in. Let me put it back over here. Found a sealed copy of Meatloaf Bat Out of Hell for $2.99. This came from the Red, White, and Blue because I know that sticker. Has a digitally remastered sticker on it. Has a best value sticker and a store sticker. I guess that's what that is. This one hasn't been opened yet. So I was like, I'm going to grab that because I never owned any Meatloaf albums. I've owned a few songs, but not any albums. So then they had, the last thing I saw in the bin, the very best of Meatloaf, or Back from Hell, the very best of Meatloaf, for $1.99. So I said, oh, well, let me grab that one too, because it's got some other songs that are on the other one. And I opened it up and I just look and it says Meatloaf. It says Meatloaf Bat Out of Hell. So I got 2 Bat Out of Hells now, and I don't have the very best. Got the cover for it, but I don't have the disc. So I guess I'll hold on to the case and maybe I'll come across the disc at some point, or I don't know. But now I got 2 Meatloaf Bat Out of Hell albums. So if anybody wants a Bat Out of Hell CD, I can hook you up. Then I found something called Lower 48 6-pack, or 6PK. I guess I don't. I couldn't find anything about this band. It's sealed. I haven't opened it yet. I guess it's an EP. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 6 songs. So it's probably an EP, but I have no idea who this band is. Couldn't find anything about them on Discogs. Couldn't find anything on them on the internet. I mean, I looked up Lower 48 and something came up, but it wasn't this. It was something else. So that's, I don't know. Then I came across this one by a band called The Reveals. This one came from the pawn shop. The Reveals, and it's called Reading. This is looks like a self-done deal. They were from Hoboken, New Jersey. It looks like I guess there might be it's some kind of rock or punk band. It looked interesting to me. There's 5 songs on the EP. It's a 5-song EP. No record label. Just self-done. So that's either gonna be good or bad, one or the other. Then speaking of good or bad, we have a local car dealer around here named Ronnie Lamarck, and he plays himself as a singer, a crooner, as it were, like the old guys, back in the day. And he's always buying like ad space on the radio so he can sing his songs. And he put out a Christmas album last year, and he had a commercial that was, I think the commercial was like 10 minutes long, and he sang a song in it, and he explained all this stuff where you can buy a CD and all that stuff. And I found his CD at the Bridge House store for $1, unopened. Ronnie Lamarck. This guy's ridiculous. I don't think he's a bad singer, but he's not a good singer either. And so, but these are all Christmas songs. So I just thought it was funny that, I found it unopened in a thrift store. Somebody bought that, probably got it for a Christmas gift and said, "No, I don't want this crap," and brought it back. And then the other one that I got that was kind of sealed. This is all falling apart. Is the Lilith Fair, celebration of women in music. I believe this is all 90s alternative rock bands and singers. All women. They did a concert to raise money and all that stuff. I remember it. I just never bought the CD before. Of course, the writing is so small and it's in script, I can't really read it all. But I know there's Paula Cole, I think the Cardigans, I think Sarah McLachlan is on this, Sean Colvin. Just tear it off. Tear this plastic off and maybe I can see better. It's 2 disc. Victoria Williams, Wild Strawberries, whoever that is. I don't know, a bunch of people. I've heard a few songs off of this, and I know they were good. As far as that goes. Then I found a couple jazz CDs, which I'm not really into. One of them I didn't think was going to be jazz, but anyway, we got this: your favorite tunes in the key of Lowe's, and this is from the Lowe's New Orleans Hotel. This is just a mix of random jazz. I think this is probably a giveaway. If the people that stayed there, they probably handed them this, because it doesn't look like, it looks like something that you would get in a gift bag or whatever. But it's got 12 songs on it. I listened to a couple of them last night. They're all right. It's got like Count Basie, Duke Ellington, a couple Duke Ellington songs on here. There's like 4 Duke Ellington songs on here. A couple Count Basie. Just kind of, jazz, because New Orleans is known for jazz, so they probably just gave it away as the tourist. Then these other 2 by somebody named Tara O'Grady, a Celt in the Cotton Club and Black Irish. I thought she was going to have some kind of Irish accent, and I was going to be like really into that, because she's kind of a pretty lady, and who doesn't want to see a pretty lady singing in an Irish accent, right? But it was actually just kind of a traditional jazz singer kind of thing. she I listened to about 5 or 6 songs. They were good songs. A lot of them are like probably all of them are like remake of hits from the back in the day. But they were pretty good. It just wasn't what I was expecting. Then we got 2 more King Khan albums. I picked up one of these in my previous video. You may have seen. This is it shows up as punk on the iTunes, but it's not punk rock. It's like traditional rock music. Like if you went to a party and they hired a local rock band that wasn't into any genre or anything, this is kind of what it is. But the songs were fun or humorous. The ones I've listened to so far. I listened to about 2 or 3 on each of these last night, and one from their first album that I had. And it was pretty good. Then the next one, couldn't find this one on Discogs at all. Herman's Hermits, live in Salem, Oregon. Couldn't find that on Discogs. It's got about 19 or 20 songs or so. 19 songs actually. The thing about Herman's Hermits is they had a few hit songs in the 60s, maybe in the 70s too, but they had a song called I'm Henry VIII I Am. And for me, that's the song that I consider the first punk rock song. It's just the song, any punk rock band could play that song now and it would work as a punk rock song. It wasn't really with, their version is not really a punk rock song, but to me that's where it's punk rock started. I'll always say that is when people start saying like, oh no, the Sex Pistols or the Ramones or whoever is the first punk rock band, Iggy Pop, and I was like, no, it was Herman's Hermits. Henry VIII I Am. So anyway, moving on. We still got a good stack left. Got something called Ear Theory. Don't know anything about this one. Just picked it up because it looked like it was some kind of local maybe band or something. And don't know where they're from because there's not much as far as the liner notes go here. Couldn't identify them, but I just picked it up because of, $1. Then another one that it's kind of cool. Horror Hits got this a little bit after Halloween, but Horror Hits, 74 minutes of monstrous music, great for parties. Hit songs by the original artist, popular TV and movie themes, classical horror orchestrations. Now, I didn't listen to all of it, but some of these things aren't very horrible. But anyway, they've got Monster Mash by Bobby Pickett, the Munsters TV theme, I Put a Spell on You, Screaming Jay Hawkins, that's a really good song. The Witch Queen of New Orleans, by Redbone, The Purple People Eater by Chef Woolley, love that song. Voodoo Woman by Coco Taylor, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes movie theme. Frankenstein by Edgar Winter Group, Halloween movie theme. Night on Bald Mountain, the Batman Suite. I don't know why that would be on here. Danse Macabre, Toccata and Fugue in D minor, and The Sorcerer's Apprentice. This one was brand new as well. It wasn't sealed, but it was like it had never been played. It looked like. Then I do have this on a record already that I inherited. I'm not a huge fan of this guy outside of his hit songs, but Elton John, greatest hits. For Volume 1, it doesn't say Volume 1 on here, but there is Volume 2, and I think I have both of those on record. I don't know why you can't see that. I don't know. This one's got Your Song, Daniel, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting, Rocket Man, Benny and the Jets, that's one of my favorites. Don't Let the Sun Go Down on You, Crocodile Rock, and a couple other ones. Then we went and got another Eric Clapton album, Journeyman. I feel like I have 4 or 5 Eric Clapton now, but on my my computer, on my disc, and my iTunes, I only have 2. So I don't know if I forgot to record them or what, but I know I've got more than 2 at this point. Then we got Paul McCartney's all the hits, all the best. I'm sorry. This one is it's a mixture of Paul McCartney solo stuff. Paul McCartney with Wings, just Wings. I don't know what the difference is. But it's got Band on the Run, Jet, Ebony and Ivory. That's with Stevie Wonder, I believe. Listen to What the Man Said, No More Lonely Nights, Silly Love Songs, Let 'Em In, Say, Say, Say. That's with Michael Jackson. Live and Let Die, probably my favorite Paul McCartney song. Another Day. And then the rest of them, I'm not sure. I don't know the rest of them too well. So, but those first ones were all the big hits. Then something that I thought I always had, the Reality Bites soundtrack. I don't know why I didn't have this, but it's got the Knack, My Sharona, Juliana Hatfield 3, Spin the Bottle. Who else is on here? The Posies. That's one of my favorite bands. 90s bands anyway. There's a song called Going, Going, Gone on here. Lisa Loeb and 9 Stories. Stay, which was the big hit from here. U2's All I Want Is You. Crowded House, Locked Out. Lenny Kravitz, Spinning Around Over You. There's a song by Ethan Hawke on here. I didn't know he was a real singer. Dinosaur Jr., Turnip Farm. Squeeze, Tempted, the 94 version. And Baby I Love Your Way by Big Mountain. So then there's a couple other songs as well. So that's a good find because I always thought I had this and I didn't. So good find. Then another one I got for $1.99. The Rolling Stones Steel Wheels. I don't recognize the names of any of the songs on here. But I remember when this came out and something was a hit, and I remember it. And I remember a couple of my friends had the cassette, and they brought it to class, all of them, and they all played it at the same time, like in the classroom. They had like little miniature cassette players or something. I don't know, and they all tried to play it all at the same time, see how it would sound, and it didn't sound like anything but 3 kids trying to play Rolling Stones record cassettes in the classroom. So anyway. Moving right along, because this video is already 22 minutes. I know nobody's watching this. We got somebody called Hurt, Volume 1. I believe they're hard rock or heavy metal kind of band, maybe. I don't know. Didn't listen to that yet. Next up, Duran Duran, the Wedding album, I guess it would be called. I picked this one up because I kind of, I like the early stuff that they did. The only thing I know on this one is Ordinary World, which is a song everybody knows. I got that for $1.99. Excuse me. Picked up Steely Dan's Aja, whatever it may be. I have no idea what Steely Dan's are. People talk about this album like it's the greatest thing ever. I've never listened to it. I don't know any Steely Dan songs, at least that I know. This only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 songs on it. Don't know, but I picked it up because it was $1. And find out what the hype was because I've been seeing a lot of people post things with that. And we've got Chuck Berry, the Great 28, cool album cover. I love it. Looks like something I would do. This has 28 songs on it, 1 disc. Got the cool chess logo on it. Let's see it like that. A bit better. Got a lot of songs on it. Maybelline is one. Brown Eyed Handsome Man. Roll Over Beethoven. Rock and Roll Music. Reelin' and Rockin'. Sweet Little 16. Johnny Be Good. Memphis. Little Queenie. And that's all the ones I know by heart. So that's cool. Then another one I thought it's water damaged, but I thought might be interesting, but I didn't realize what it was. It says Die Krups, Inner Sandman, and One. So it's a cover thing. I thought they were a metal band. Because I don't know anything about them, but they're actually, maybe they're a metal band, but more maybe like a techno industrial or something. I don't know, but I didn't even bother to read the track listing, and there's 2 versions of each song. but they're like dance club mixes and stuff like that, and it was terrible. What I listened to, I didn't like it at all. But this one actually, if it wasn't so paper, the water wasn't damaged, everything. It's all torn up and stuck together. I think it's worth like $20. Who knows? Another one that was water damaged, but less so, and I just dropped the cover. It was, and I was able to get the booklet apart. It was Seven Mary 3, The Economy of Sound. I lost track of this band. I got either the first two or number 2 and number 3 albums that they put out when they were kind of popular, and I really liked them. Saw them play live once or twice at festivals, but lost track of them, and I didn't know that they were still putting out stuff. I don't know if they're still putting out stuff, but they put out a lot of albums, and I found this one, and one of their other ones I found previously, and I don't know if I showed that in another video, but I listened to both of them the other day, and this was really good. It's that alternative but hard rock kind of thing going on, and it's pretty cool. So I enjoyed that. Then a CD that I've seen everywhere for years. I've seen this CD everywhere, and I never picked it up. I didn't know what it was. I had a feeling that it might be like, classical music or something, and so I just didn't pick it up. And then I got a sampler CD a couple weeks ago or whatever, and I played it, and it had a song by them on it, and it was kind of like a alternative rock song, not heavy or anything, but it was good. So I said the next time I see that CD, I'm gonna pick it up. The only CD I've ever seen by this band, and they have quite a few, the Badleys, River Songs, and the way this looks, it just looks like it's gonna be like, it's acoustic guitar, but it looks like it's gonna be classical music to me, but it's not. And so I picked that up, and apparently they have maybe 10 albums out. So that was that. I got a couple more for you guys, and then we'll be out of here, this video. The next one, I bought it because it's ridiculous, but I really always have liked this song because it's so silly and goofy. And that would be Aqua's Aquarium. The song, of course, is Barbie Girl. On the back cover, it says, the song Barbie Girl is a social comment and was not created or approved by the makers of the doll. You guys can read that. But I just thought they must have got in trouble right away when they released that song. It's goofy. I didn't listen to anything else, but I listened to that song one time so far. But I know I'm not going to like this album at all, except for that song. Because it's just funny. It was kind of needed at the time, I think, when it came out. Couple more. We got Big Head Todd and the Monster Stratagem. This is another band that I've got a few albums by, but I don't really know too much by them because I bought a couple, but I just really haven't spent time with them. I know I like them, alternative rock kind of stuff. Next one is 60-Foot Dolls, Supernatural Joy. I know this one came from the thrift store. I mean the pawn shop. This is an EP. I listened to it. It's pretty good. Alternative rock kind of stuff. 5 songs. I liked it. And the last one, the one that I wanted but couldn't find in the thrift stores, and I've seen a couple of their others, and I picked them up, and that would be the Squirrel Nut Zippers. Is this called Hot, I believe? Yeah, Squirrel Nut Zippers Hot. And I tore the cover, if you can. That CD looks pretty cool. But if you see, the cover is torn right there. It's kind of split. I accidentally tore that when I was trying to get the booklet out. It was stuck in there, and it wasn't that it was wet or anything. It was just stuck. And I pulled it, and it didn't come. And I tried to pull it again, and when I did, my hand went down like that motion, and it tore the top. So anyway, Squirrel Nut Zippers Hot. That one had it had the song Hell, which was actually the hit song, and then there was another one that was a minor hit, was Hell of a Hat. No, wait. Put a Lid on It. I'm sorry, not Hell of a Hat. The Hell of a Hat, somebody else. Put a Lid on It was the second hit, and and Hell was the first one. So that's it for this episode. This has gone on for 30 minutes already, and that's enough for you guys to want to walk away. So anyway, I got some other stuff coming. I'm supposed to get some records today I want to talk about that are coming in the mail. Can't go get anything right now because my credit card was had fraudulent purchases for like $300 and something, and they canceled my credit card, and I have to wait 7 days and all that good stuff to get a new one. So I won't have any new CDs next week, but I'll have a couple records that are coming today and a couple records that will probably come during the week, and then we'll be up to episode 100, I guess, and we'll see what happens there. So anyway, that's it. Talk to you guys later.